Today we're going to talk about three different types of adjectives. The first we're going to talk about is demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives are easy to remember, I think, because they all begin with the same two letters, TH. This, that, these, and those. These adjectives point out a definite person, place, or thing. This and these are used to point out things near you. That and those point out things away from you. This and that are singular, these and those are plural. They're only considered adjectives when they come before a word that they modify, that they describe, that they point out. Like I did here with these adjectives. These points out adjectives. Definite. They are not considered adjectives if they're on their own. They are considered pronouns. But if they come before a noun, then they are considered adjectives like this hat, those shoes. The next adjective we're going to talk about are comparative degrees of adjectives. So the comparative degree of adjectives indicates a greater or lesser degree of quality when comparing two items. So I would add an ER to most one-syllable words and more to most words with two or more syllables. And here's some examples. So we've talked about this before. When you compare two things, you're going to use ER or more. So this is kind of a review. But if we have a one-syllable word like loud, we're going to make it louder because it's one syllable and add an ER. Playful, because it has two syllables, we would not say playfuler, we would say more playful. Also, with superlative degree of adjectives, indicates the greatest or the least degree of quality. It is used to compare three or more. We add an EST to most one-syllable words and most to words with two or more syllables. So if we're comparing three or more things, we're going to use EST, or we're going to add a more before it. So we have the word light. If we're doing comparative, it's lighter for comparing two things. If we're comparing more than two things, we would say lightest. It's a one-syllable word. Good is an irregular one. We do not say good, gooder, goodest. We would say good, better, best. Then with comfortable, comfortable, that's more than two syllables, so we're going to have to add more in front of it, more comfortable, for comparing two things. But if we're doing the superlative degree, we would say most comfortable. So it does depend on how many syllables it has, whether you can add a more, most, ER, or EST. And then there are some that are irregular, like good, better, best. You'll have to look some of those up because there are different ones for different words.